Hey there, welcome to another video on my channel, the Ominous Notes. I want to say that I talked a bit too quietly in my last video because I was afraid that I disrupted my neighbors, but sometimes they don't keep quiet as well, so I was just a bit afraid of that, or afraid I didn't want to I didn't want to hear any complaints, so I didn't speak very loud in that video, but I'm doing it now because I don't give a shit. And today we're gonna react to a Fine Bros video by Elders React, and it's the one that they react to Slipknot. Of course, the famous nu metal band that is, yeah, is probably the most famous one, besides maybe Deftones and Korn. But Deftones isn't really nu metal, or they were on the beginning, but now they're more alternative. So if you want to call them nu metal, you can call them that. Of course, Linkin Park, but Slipknot is really the definitive nu metal band, although they strived away from the sound. But Slipknot is one of the most popular and most influential nu metal bands. I respect them, but I'm not a huge fan, so we're gonna react to Elders React to Slipknot, and yeah, see what they think of the music from Slipknot. 11 million views. That's a lot. I personally like the debut album, the self-titled, of course, and after that I still like them, but they never captured that magic that was self-titled, in my opinion. And this one, Wait and Bleed, is probably their best song. It's, I think, the first single, and yeah, it's just like Korn. I mean, they blew all their load off in the beginning and then just made good songs, but not like the beginning of their career. A lot of similarities with Korn, but Slipknot is still good to this day, and Korn is a bit shit now, to be honest.
This is weird.
I've seen this video before, and Vera was the first one that reacted to this video. She's probably my favorite too, because she is a really down-to-earth person and she just says how it is. And some folks just look at the image and don't look really at the music, but you're gonna hear that eventually.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
What did she say?
It almost like a bit of headbang, but he didn't know if he liked it or not. Robert is probably my least favorite of the Elders, because he just talks a lot of smack in this video, a lot of negative energy. So I'm not really a fan of Robert, but I mean, yeah, I don't know, he's just not a fan. I'm not a fan also, but I respect Slipknot.
Group is this Slipknot, man.
Yeah.
Really going for it. They are jumping, boy, I'll tell you.
They're jumping, they're jumping.
That's supposed to be music? It sounds like noise to me.
It's for some people just noise, but for me it's energetic music. But yeah, I can understand if you think that this is just noise. I can understand that, but for me it's real music.
I can hear a father or mother saying, "Is this my child?"
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I was at this concert.
I don't want to be at a Slipknot concert.
I thought he was going to swallow a mic.
I've heard that the Slipknot fans are really rabid about Slipknot. So I don't want to be involved with that, but I still listen to Slipknot sometimes. But I don't want to be at a concert. That would be just crazy shit.
It's not my type of music and never will be.
It makes you want to jump up and down. Like, wow. Why the mask? Oh, man, I love this. Give me more.
Yehuda wants more.
The sanitarium. Oh my
I can
goodness.
headbang to this. It's not try not to headbang.
Somebody's hooded.
That was the last video.
See, us elders, we ain't into this.
No, I can understand that. There was also The Devil and I was after Paul Gray passed away. That's the bassist of the band. He passed away of a drug overdose, I believe, in his apartment. Rest in peace, of course, to Paul Gray. But yeah, this is a very special album for Slipknot. The Gray chapter that they talk about is Paul Gray. They named it a bit after Paul Gray, and it's Gray because deaf. So they titled their fifth album, their newest one, very good, because it's in memory of a great bassist, and it's a really dark album because it goes about death and suicide and all that dark shit.
Step inside and die.
Vera and Yehuda are probably my favorite of the two, because Yehuda got a bit revived by music. He wasn't doing a lot with the stuff, and then his brothers from the Vine Bros that made the channel up, he's the father of them. Those guys said, hey, listen to some Slipknot or to some Metallica, you know, and he was like, yeah, this is good stuff, and they revived his musical taste for good music. So that's really special to hear. I don't think I ever lose interest in rock and metal, but maybe, you know, maybe I have kids some days and they say, listen to your old bands again, and then I'm like, yeah, I miss this, but I don't think I ever lose interest in my music, because I have a really close attachment. I'm really loyal to some of the rock and metal bands that I listen to. So I don't think so, but maybe, who knows.
My goodness. Ooh, do you think so?
No wonder there's so many sick people out there.
That's a lot of headbanging. How much fun was this?
A lot.
Gee, that's tons of fun, isn't it?
This is sick. Wow, that's pretty violent there. I'm not your devil anymore.
What do you think about?
This is a pretty good song, The Devil and I, from their newest album, The Grey Chapter. I haven't heard a lot of yeah, I have, but I've listened to the album, but I'm not a big fan of Slipknot albums. I mean, they're good, but they're not innovative like their first one. It's still a good album though, but Devil and I definitely one of the highlights of the whole album.
Killing everyone and glorifying it?
I don't think I would voluntarily watch this.
What's this noise?
No, I think his name is Robert. He's my least favorite. It's not just noise, man. It's music.
Honestly, I don't like these videos.
I like the clown.
Ooh.
Boom. Oh, man.
I like the scene in the video that Corey Taylor just blues himself up because he's a crazy mofo. And yeah, he blues himself up, and when I think Sean the clown, I think that's his name, he hangs himself and he is on fire at the same time. Slipknot, very fucking heavy band.
God, this guy killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh God.
These guys killed themselves. Robert doesn't give a fuck, and you know, does anyone? No, I'm not going there, but yeah, least favorite.
Oh, outrageous.
Well, we have to give it 10 for creativity.
Wow. That's disturbing.
In a way,
Do you have any
In a
idea
way.
what this band is?
No. No.
No.
No.
I thought it was this band called.
I think it's Slipknot. That's one of the elders who said it in a System of a Down video. He said Slipknot. Slipknot. Yeah.
Hollywood Undead.
This is Slipknot.
Yeah, I don't like Hollywood Undead. I think it's one of the shittiest metal bands ever. Even more shittier than Limp Bizkit. That's saying a lot. Yeah, I don't like Hollywood Undead.
You turned me on to this whole new world of metal.
They call themselves Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Looks like they slipped on their heads or something.
Are they American group or are they a foreign group? They're from
Slips
Iowa.
on their heads. Good one.
They're from another country, okay. How would you describe their music?
Oh, is that music?
They're from Iowa? Yeah, from another state. Best comment yet. Best comment.
Oh, I didn't realize that was supposed to be music.
It's just noise to me.
Noise, shouting,
Very, very dark material.
pretty heavy metal.
It's hardcore thrash metal.
So here is an image of
I think
the group
they're
in their
alternative,
masks.
but
Looks like American Horror Story.
How can you identify with a mask when you're looking for a person to identify with?
yeah, that's actually a good one. But that's a bit of the thing with Slipknot. It's, you know, it goes all about the music, but they're dressed like this, like with a lot of mask and a lot of crazy shit they do on stage. I think it's a bit of, yeah, it's about the music, but it's also because of the crazy mask. They going to perform with just crazy live shows, and it's also a bit of the reason of Kiss, because if Slipknot becomes a classic band, then they have these masks to hide under, and they don't really look old, so they never age in a way. Yeah, the voice maybe of Corey Taylor, but they don't really age because you can't see them. Because you see the Rolling Stones live, and those guys are like 70 or something, and I mean, you don't want to see them. I mean, they're a good band though back in the day, but if you see them now, like really fucking old, then yeah, they're just like zombies. Hide under a mask or something. I advise that.
They're just trying to create a certain image that Kiss had.
At least
Kiss.
it's creative, it's artistic. So I have to give kudos for that.
I think it's just awesome theater that goes along with the power of their music.
If you're putting yourself on fire, putting pins in your head, that's all about the music.
That's one of the band members who has a lot of pins in his head. I think, just like I said, it's about the music, but it's also because to get people hyped up for shows and doing this crazy shit with costumes and shit. I think it's a bit of the shock value for music videos and to get people hyped for your live shows to sell more tickets. I'm not saying Slipknot is a sellout or something, because they still make good music. But I think it's just to get people hyped up for your shows and gets more people's attention than without music videos and the crazy costumes. Because I think Slipknot would have been a lot less popular without all the makeup and all the costumes, but that's my opinion. I think that maybe it's different.
I I don't think so.
And do you know any other heavy metal bands that you could name over the years?
I don't even know them. I don't even know one of them.
I'm sorry, I'm really not up on it. No, I'm not sorry. I'm glad I'm not really up on it.
Metallica?
Insane
Yeah.
Posse, Clown Pot.
From all the good metal bands that are out there, you name ICP. Women, girl, women, I bless you. I bless you. ICP, yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Black Sabbath, even Alice Cooper.
Well, we got Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Lemmy, Motorhead, Deftones.
He names the big four, but not Megadeth. Yehuda, that's a bit of a disappointment right there.
System of the Down, Kitty, Taproot.
So there's some controversy
I don't know Kitty, but yeah, the rest, yeah.
with Slipknot that they're one of those bands that when violent crimes are committed, they'll sometimes be blamed for it.
I think it is the cause to a lot of weak-minded young people.
No, I don't agree with Robert. He says a lot of inaccurate stuff in this video that some people will commit crimes because of this music. That's not true. Only people that are already a bit over the edge can do this stuff, can do crazy things, but that is not because of Slipknot's music. So that's just a dumb statement. It's really dumb.
I buy into that because of with the selling and the violence.
If you're a put together normal person, you could watch this band and nothing would happen.
Yeah.
If you're sort of on the edge, it might put.
I fully agree with Farah, because if you're just normal, or even if you're me, I don't think I'm normal. I'm a bit special, I would say, but everyone is special, they say. But yeah, I think I like Slipknot, and if I'm depressed or something, then Slipknot may cheer me up. They don't depress me more. They never do that. Maybe if they release a shit album like Linkin Park or something, but they never have really disappointed me. But yeah, if you're just over the edge, and maybe this music can push you, but then again, anything can push you. Even if something is not talking to you, or they're ignoring you, it can push you. So if this music can push you to the end, that's total bull in my book. It's total bull.
A little bit.
I don't think it's fair to blame one certain type of thing. I have never bought into it. I think certain individuals are going to be violent, period. There's no
Yeah.
connection between these things.
Certain people are just violent, period. I've heard that 19 people passed away yesterday, I think, and 50 people were injured at a Ariana Grande festival. Some people are gonna do dumb shit anyways. You can't control it, you can't help it. Some people are just messed up in the head. You can't really do anything about that.
It's an outlet. It takes care of that.
Another interesting aspect is that some people who love this type of music consider Slipknot's music to be simple and violent, and some don't care for it. Yet, bands they would say are great, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference.
Probably.
I'm glad they differentiate, because that's a pretty dark and dastardly band.
They're not my favorite band at all. It has its place. Just
I think I fully agree with Yehuda again, because they have my place. I like them. I like certain songs. I love certain songs. I love the debut, the self-titled. Yeah, Slipknot has its place for me, but they're not my favorite. I fully agree with Yehuda. They're certainly in my list of metal bands, but they're just a bit in the middle or down below. They're not on top there like an Opeth or an Porcupine Tree or Death or Dream Theater. They're not up there, but they're still in the middle or something, you know?
band doesn't evolve, that doesn't mean, every band has to evolve.
And what types of people do you think listen to this type of music?
And kids.
Gang members?
People that are a little bit into drugs.
I think that
Maybe it can help sometimes, but yeah, it's funny because I thought before this video metalheads had a lot of similarities between classical music heads, because we're very critical of our music, we're very loyal of the music, we love it, we support it, and that's just like musical classic music listeners. They also have a lot of love for their music. They're very loyal to maybe a composer or an artist. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange similarity, but a bit of a strange comparison. But it is true if you really think about it.
there's kids that, you know, grow up and they feel disenfranchised from like the in crowd. There was so much conforming in my school. It made me want to do just the opposite.
Just really
Yes, I fully agree. I fully agree with everything, but I really agree because if everyone was doing the same thing, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that because everyone is doing it, so I'm doing this different because I don't want to be like the rest. Some people may call it normie, the term normie. Just people that do the same thing like everyone else to get in a group, but I don't really give a fuck about that. I want to be as different as those people as possible because I don't like normal people. Most of them are very boring.
Teenagers, some of the most brilliant minds that love it, the musicians themselves, and what they listen to for inspiration is primarily symphonic music.
So there was a study done
Yes.
that proved the stereotype of people who listen to these types of bands was mostly not true. And the genre of music that metal fans share the most in common with is actually classical music when it comes to personal creativity as well as their love and critical appreciation of music.
Really?
You're kidding. That is a shock.
I don't think it's true.
That would amaze
It is true.
me because I enjoy classical music a lot.
So beyond that study, we want to let you know that both of us are actually big metal fans.
I don't get that at all.
And we used to love Slipknot. Their first album we still think is really good.
I knew you were weird.
Yeah, they're a bit weird. This I'm getting a lot of shit for this, but maybe this video gets deleted if I'm saying this, but yeah, they're weird. Remember React World? I really am a bully, but does anyone remember that? Yeah, I'm a bit of a shitty person, but React World was, it was a big mistake. I don't know why I'm getting that up, but I like to joke about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Never invite me over to your house and play metal music. Because then you really hear screaming.
That's one side of your character personality, and I can't help it if you're wrong. Please come to my church. I will teach you. But
I will revive you. I will revive you of this horrible music you're listening to. Yeah, get out. Get out.
what really good music is.
So last thing, we're going to show you a clip from a Slipknot concert. And while you're watching, realize that we went to shows like this when we were young.
You guys didn't take off your shirts, did you?
Oh my God.
It was like mass hysteria.
Right hands in the air.
They have one song that's called Spit It Out, and that's the anthem pleaser of Slipknot. It's from their self-titled album. And if Corey Taylor screams "jump the fuck up," then you get a huge fucking wave, just like Korn's Blind. You get a huge fucking wave of people that are just waving and waving. It's really fucking mad to see, but yeah, it's crazy shit. It's really crazy.
Everybody get down.
Everyone get down to the ground.
Because
Yeah,
it
spit
can
it
happen
out.
in the pit.
Whoa, they are crazy.
Oh, they're all like one.
It looks dangerous.
That stuff is like a chiropractic nightmare to me.
So would you go to a Slipknot concert?
No.
Definitely.
Not me. I've never heard of this group. Would never care to hear them again.
If I took a couple of aspirins before I went, I would go.
I could love to go. My body's too broken now to go into a mosh pit, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're gonna die probably. If any elder would attend a Slipknot concert, they're probably gonna die because they're very broken, just like Yehuda said. Just a lot of broken bones, and young kids don't keep up with that, or they don't care about it probably, so they're just gonna fucking mash you to the ground, fucking mosh you. You're in the middle of a mosh pit, you're probably gonna die. Probably.
As a father, to find out that my sons went so into this metal, my whole love of live music revived again. You have no idea how much I love that.
Thanks for watching another episode of Elders React.
If you like this episode, help us out by giving us a thumbs up.
Subscribe! New episodes every week. I'll see you again, I hope. And don't bring that music with you.
Yeah, that was a good video, I thought. Final thoughts on this video. Yeah, like I said, I like Slipknot, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. Let me know what your favorite Elder is, or your favorite Slipknot song / album. Let me know it, and if you want more of these videos, maybe you want a album review or a Watch Mojo video, Loudwire, Fine Bros, let me know it. Yeah, I'm the Ominous Note, and I'm seeing you again in another video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, leave a suggestion for a video you want for me to cover. And I will see you guys in the next video. Keep it metal.